שלום עלינו ועל כולם. עוד יבוא שלום עלינו, עוד יבוא שלום, עוד יבוא שלום עלינו ועל כולם. סלאם עלינו ועל כל העולם. סלאם, סלאם.
Good morning, friends. I'm Hermione Garland, a member of the Board of Directors of the Abrahamic Reunion. And I want to welcome you and thank you for joining us at this Supporters Appreciation event. Take a moment to scroll through the pictures on the screen and look into the faces of these lovers of peace. The peace builders, supporters, staff and board, all a part of the Abrahamic Reunion family. And if you're here, you're a part of that family. How many folks who are here have attended prayer vigils? Just put a hand up so we can all see you. Fabulous. How many folks have attended a unity prayer or other event? Wonderful to see you again. How many of you filled out our survey? Ooh, a few of those. Okay, great. We'll have to ask the others of you. And how many follow us on Facebook? Okay. If you have supported us in any way at all, with a donation, by attending our events, by forwarding our emails, by liking our Facebook page or sharing our posts, thank you so much. This celebration is for you. You've strengthened us. We cannot do this work without you. For those who have answered our survey, a special thanks for your enthusiasm and positive feedback. You have lifted us more than you know, and you've given us the means to approach foundations with the impact that our work has made on you. We want to give special mention to two organizations that have sponsored programs and trainings this year. They've opened doors to new opportunities, like training in virtual reality, that will make it possible to reach more young people and cross physical borders where the difficulty of getting permits makes it hard to go. These tools will enable folks to meet the unknown, sometimes forbidden others, discover the human being there, and build trust together. We also want to express our thanks and appreciation to our large donors. Your help sustains our peacemaking work by providing a safety net that helps us ensure that there will be money needed to carry our programs each month during the year. We thank you from the bottom of our hearts for all that you make possible. At whatever level of support, know that your contributions to the Abrahamic Reunion are helping to increase connection and understanding in the Holy Land. We thank you, we embrace you, and we welcome you to share your ideas, lend us your skills, and continue to join us in moving toward the goal of making peace. Peace is possible. Thank you.
So, hello everybody. Salam alaikum, shalom aleichem. Just wishing you all peace today, this morning, this evening, wherever you are. It's so great to see all of your faces here. I'm Chris Miller, the Executive Administrator for Abrahamic Reunion. So I'm the one sending you emails and posting to your Facebook feed, things like that, sending you thank you letters and connecting with people. I see people here who are donors, who are volunteers, who are, let's see, we have, it looks like Cliff is here who led a prayer and was part of one of our prayers. We have our board members. I see we have a couple of our AR Germany supporters in the house here. Uli Salim, Monica from Germany is here too. So good to see you all here. This is truly a global community. I see we have friends here from Belgium. Anna Latifa is there and Hugo. So great to see all of you here with us and just reconnect. So yeah, we wanted to gather here today and just remember what happened last year in thanks to your support, in thanks to your participation, and in thanks to, and if you're new here and you're just finding out about Abrahamic Reunion, this is what you can help with also just by being part of it. Some people, I don't know if anybody here is sort of newer to the AR, hasn't come to anything yet. Okay, Rana. Yeah, welcome. And glad you're here with us and learning about the organization and what we do. And as you know, our community is so much bigger than this. We have this year, 300 donors, 900 people have donated over the AR's life. We had 4,000 people come to our online events this year, prayer vigils and all of that. So the peace community is much broader than we are gathered here right now. So let's just take a moment to remember that and remember our brothers and sisters around the world who make peace and all those in Israel and Palestine who work for peace and who live for peace and who struggle for peace, who make peace possible.
So I'd like to introduce a time of staff reports and reflections. We'll be hearing highlights from 2021 with a look forward to 2022. And we'll be joined by Mohamad Jamous, our Palestinian director, with a program report. We'll hear from Chris Miller, who you may already know and just heard from, the AR's executive administrator, with an organization report. We'll meet Anat Levor, co-chair of the new Israeli Amutah for the Abrahamic Reunion. And we'll be hearing from Sheikh Ghassan Manasra, the international director of the Abrahamic Reunion, with a director's report. So please, Mohamad, unmute yourself.
Assalamu alaikum. Hi, good evening. Salam alaikum, everyone. My name is Mohamad Jamous. I'm the Palestinian director of the Abrahamic Reunion in Palestine. So, first of all, I would like to thank you all for your efforts, for your support. With your kind support, we have done a great job in the Holy Land during 2021. And we are planning even stronger programs for this year. Our peacemaking work is not easy, and we have faced many challenges. We are still facing these challenges. But your support for us make us stronger, and our feelings towards you is the feeling of a son for his family. You are our family, and you are our back. Thank you very much for what you have given to us, and we will remain soldiers for peace, and we will continue to fight until this goal is achieved. Thank you so much. Thank you for your support. Thank you for everything that you have done for us. And from Palestine, from Israel, from the Holy Land, we send you our blessings, and we send you our love. We send you our peace, because we need you every minute, every second, and every hour. Thank you so much. May God bless you. praying for God and hoping, inshallah, B'ezrat Hashem, that in 2022 we will achieve this goal. Thank you.
Thank you, Mohamad Jamous. We'll hear now from Chris Miller.
Inshallah, Mohamad, inshallah. Well, 2021, we saw for our programs, it was year 2 of the pandemic for our peace building work, which meant our programs were online largely. And we more than doubled our online programming. We had 52 online gatherings for the international peace building community last year, 37 vigils, and 5 unity prayers, and then 10 other events, including with a synagogue in Florida, a Ramadan solidarity gathering for our dear peacemaker Khalil Albaz, who was attacked last year, and he's recovering now, thank God. And we had World Unity Week, we had the Parliament of Religions, we had the Druze holiday celebration where we welcomed the head of Israeli Druze to be with us and to share their annual celebration, which was a very special treat as well. So it's we've grown our online programs, we've developed more videos and shared them to try to get the message out in this time of virtual peace building, of online peace building, of peace building through the Zoom screen. And we do have some programs that have happened on the ground. We had a big iftar program that happened last year. Maybe Ghassan or Anat will mention that. And we look forward to having those programs again this year. So we're already looking towards that. I think, like Mohamad alluded to, people, the youth there in the youth trainings say we want to meet in person now. So we're looking for ways where they can really meet in person and not just be meeting. The meetings online are so rich. We have rabbis, we have Christian leaders, we have Palestinian Israeli leaders, we have Muslim leaders, all with the youth doing these ongoing trainings. But they're ready to meet again in person, I think, like all of us. One thing I wanted to also mention is we rebranded this year. So I'm wearing our new logo, Abrahamic Reunion, and this is a special symbol that has come up through the board and through our graphic designer. I was able to polish it, an inspired process. Maybe somebody else will get to that later, but we're looking forward in this year to also relaunching our website with the new logo and new colors. And who knows, maybe there's going to be more opportunities to get some of these t-shirts for you guys as well. So I know some of you already have them out there. I see you guys out there. So that's all for me. I gave some of the big stats earlier. More than 4,000 people online at our events. That's just, so thank you for showing up, for sharing your hearts, and for pouring your prayers into the vessel of peace.
Thank you, Chris, so much. It's so wonderful to hear about the growth in the organization, and we appreciate so much that you keep your finger on that pulse. I'd like to introduce Anat Lavor, co-chair of the Israeli Amutah. Welcome, Anat, and thank you so much for being with us.
Hi, everybody. It's my honor to be with you. Well, we opened the Amutah, as you said, the organization here in Israel this year. We have a beautiful project with young people, Muslims and Christians in Jerusalem, that it's very, very important, that Abed al-Salam Manasra is leading it. We make a new relation with the new government here in Israel, with ministers, and we hope to have an appointment this year with the Prime Minister, with Ghassan Manasra. And they want to support our way here in Israel, and it's very, very important for us, of course. We make a lot of projects for this year. The first is to make a iftar Iftar is the dinner that ends the day in Ramadan. We want to make it in Nazareth with ambassadors and a lot of important people here in Israel. We start to make the program with people from the Amuta and with Ghassan, Manasra, of course. We make some projects with women, for religion leaders here in Israel after what we had this year. We want to work with them, to support them, that they will feel much stronger with their community. And many, we have a lot of projects. I can't say everything, but we have it for women, for men, for religious people, leaders, for the young people. We want something very important about the young. We have a program to take them to, I don't know if we succeed because of the corona, but to take them to Auschwitz. It's in Poland. We don't know yet, but if not, we have something else here in Israel. We have a place that's called Yad Vashem. It's about the Holocaust, and we have a person that is expert about the Holocaust that want to work with us. And we think it's very, very important that the people here, the young people, know about the history. That's it. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Anat. We're so excited to have the new Israeli Amuta and to hear all the exciting work that's being developed there and coming out of there. Such a wonderful next step for the AR. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
And now we'll hear from Sheikh Ghassan Manasra, our international director, our man on the ground, and I would have to say all over the ground, everywhere in Israel and Palestine and really everywhere.
Thank you.
Sheikh Ghassan.
Thank you. Salaam alaikum, shalom aleichem, peace be upon you. Pace. In Germany, I don't know how to say that. Only need to teach me and the money in the future, but I'm so happy, first of all, to be here with you all and to see all of these shining faces, all of these great hearts and lightning hearts. They are the houses, yeah, they are the houses, one of another. Once when I was young, I went with my grandfather to a field, and he began to plant things, seeds of some greens and so on. And I say to him, oh, Grandpa, I want to ask you a question. Last year, we didn't have a good harvest, a good brands. Why? He said, Ghassan, last year, it was a dry year. There wasn't any rain, but pray for this year to have lots of rain. I would like to say that thank you all of the donors, for watering the seeds of peace. You are watering the seeds of the life, of the hope. All of the people all around the world, not only in Israel, Palestine. I think because from there, the light will touch any place all around the world, will touch all of us. Then we need you all the time to be with us. I don't know if I need to say more and more things about the things that we did. We did lots of great things, I'm sure. And I have witnesses with me. Chris say that, Anat, Mohamad, and Hermione, and so on. And before everything, I would like to thank David Less, Shahabuddin, for his great position in this work, in this path, in this process. We account this process as our life, because without any effort to bring or to create peace, our responsibility well in Hal. We need to be responsible people for all of the people all around the world. Then thank you, Shahabuddin, David Liss, for that. Thank you, Michael Macy, for all of this great thing. Thank you, Hermione. Thank you, Hafiz. Thank you, all of the American board, and special thanks for Akbar, Chris Miller. He always behind the scene, but he doing all of this complicated process for all of us to be active and to work. I would like to thank also Mohamad Jamous very much. It's not like us, because he is under the wind there, under the fear, but he's still doing and working with Abed. Abed, he is in the hospital now making some tests and so on. He will be with us soon. But I would like to say that they are the heroes, that they do great things for all of us. Thank you, Anat. You are with us long time together. Very important thing I would like to say now, that we are preparing a new year. We are opening the new page of the year. We are calling from the depth of our heart. We sent lots of light to all of the hearts all around the world. Maybe they will respond to us slowly or quickly. I don't know when. We need your support more and more and again to heal and to touch the people in the Holy Land. It's the pure land and the beautiful land. We need you. We prepared lots of great work for next year, and we promise you we will do it. But we need you with us, because when we try to create a new project, we don't feel us, or we don't feel ourselves lonely. We feel all of you with us. We walk as one step, and we wave our hand as one hand with all of you. We need you and we love you. Thank you.
Thank you, Sheikh Ghassan.
Sheikh Ghassan. And so wonderful to hear from some of our staff and from the Amuta. And we're going to have a section to hear from the U.S. board members and hear some of their reflections just in brief. And we have a number of the board with us today, including Hermione. We have Michael Macy, who will speak first, and then he's in London. We have Ira Harritt, who's in Kansas City. Is Ted here? I don't see Ted. Neil Rothenberg up in Toronto, and then Hermione, who's in Massachusetts, and David Less, Shahabuddin, who's in North Carolina. Will give us a message from the chair of the board. So let's turn to Michael.
Chris, thanks very much. And what I'd really like to do is just thank all of you who are here and involved. It's just so inspiring to see all of your faces and to see the names and to have a sense of your deep commitment to peace. And I think one of the things which has become more apparent to me this past year is really the potential and the possibility of peace. And I know that all of you believe that and are committed to that. But so often people say, oh, you know, what you're doing, how is peace possible? These divisions are so deep, they're so old. Well, my experience is that these can and will be overcome. I was involved very closely with the development of the Good Friday agreements in Northern Ireland, and I saw how quickly peace blossomed after close to 800 years of conflict and deep divides. All of the problems are not solved, but I think that one of the things we learned is that peace is not the absence of conflict, it's the absence of violence. You don't have to resolve everything before you can renounce violence. And to me, that's been an incredible example. Looking ahead, I think we have developed, the staff and Chris and everybody who has supported us has developed tremendous momentum. We're beginning to develop closer working relationships and collaborations with other organizations to build that critical mass of consciousness that's necessary to take the next step for peace. Stay with us. There will be a lot of exciting things that are developing within this next year. And again, I'd like to thank all of you very much for all of your support. Thanks.
Thanks, Michael. Let's hear from Ira Sarkar. Over to you.
Hi, so good to be with you all today, and I also want to echo our thanks. We have wonderful staff, we have wonderful programs, we have a new powerful Amutah board in Israel, but it all takes support, both kind of from the heart and from the pocketbook. So I thank you so much for making this work possible. I am the newbie on the board. Actually, I was thinking about how long I was here, and somehow I got in my head that it's been over a year. Well, actually, it's just been since March, and I kind of looked it up for some document, and I was just sort of surprised that it's been that short amount of time. But it's been my privilege to get to know AR more and more. A special highlight of my year was going to Sarasota and meeting with Mohamad and Abed. My background is 30 years plus of work for the American Friends Service Committee, a Quaker peace and justice organization. And so we were doing a number of different kind of workshops. And in the process, I just was able to kind of really get a much stronger sense of what it is that they are doing with people, how they are transforming people's relationships, and helping people see beyond the differences and the divisions that, unfortunately, in the Holy Land have kind of created both physical and psychological barriers between the different faiths. And so it is no easy task to kind of dissolve those barriers. But the work that Mohamad and Abed are doing does that so skillfully. And again, this is only possible through your support and your participation, your prayers. And so I thank you all, and look forward to more and more years of peacemaking and celebrating our successes. Thank you.
Thanks so much for joining the board and bringing your expertise with you. So let's hear from Neil Hafiz up in Toronto.
Thank you, Chris. Welcome to everyone. I'm so thankful and appreciative of our supporters. Of course, none of us would be here doing this work if it wasn't for our supporters. So you're the ones that make it all happen for us. 2021 has been a challenging year for the Abrahamic Reunion on a number of fronts. So we've had to have the majority of our programs on Zoom, and that's a bit of a challenge. It's particularly a challenge in Palestine, where the people who have internet access isn't as great as it is in Israel. But there's also been some opportunities as well. So we know one of the programs we do is a scriptural study involving leaders from different religions to share perspectives on scripture. And we know going forward that will be continuing on Zoom. So some of our programs are going to be continuing on Zoom, and then we're hoping to, of course, have many more programs in 2022 being delivered in person. There's also a number of other challenges that I think that most of our supporters are aware of. But there are peacemakers, particularly those on the ground, face challenges around their own personal safety. And this has been exasperated in 2021. I think most people were aware that one of our founding members, Khalil, Imam Khalil, was physically attacked. And there has been a tremendous level of violence that is occurring, particularly among certain groups within Israel. And I'm pleased to say that actually our peacemakers have been actually diverting their attention for inter-religious programming, to be working on diplomacy to help stem the violence that is taking place. And this does have an impact on interreligious peacemaking, as there's always the danger of it spilling over to issues and problems related between the religions. The other program that we were hoping to do in 2021 was we were going to be taking a tour. So the board members and some supporters were going to be joining us in November on visiting and experiencing our peacemaking efforts on the ground in both Israel and Palestine. And as the border closed in Israel, we had to reschedule that tour. But that tour is going to be taking place in late May, early June. So if you're interested in joining us and meeting some of the wonderful peacemakers, both within the Abrahamic Reunion and other leaders that we work with, we welcome you to join us in May for that tour. I think the tour is going to be somewhat between 10 and 14 days. So once again, I am the chair of the fundraising committee for the Abrahamic Reunion. So I'm incredibly appreciative. And there's one more thing I just want to mention.
Thanks, Hafiz. I think we're going to have to start to move along pretty soon.
Okay, I just have one more thing I want to mention, and that is that in 2021 we received a major gift, and that major gift is going to assist us in a major program that we're undertaking, and that is a 3-year program to train 25 youth from all 4 of the religious groups that we work with, and ultimately. The people who will be trained during their training will be delivering programs during the 3-year period. So we're anticipating the program is going to enable us to radically expand our program in both Israel and Palestine. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Neil. Hermione, maybe just a brief word from you before we hear from the chairman.
Yes. So I just want to say 2021 has, as you've heard, expanded in all kinds of ways our support and the programs we're able to do. But when I think about, reflect on 2021, what I'm most moved by is the beings of the people who are doing the work. And just before we started, I looked up the definition of dedicated. Devoted to a task or purpose, having single-minded loyalty or integrity. And I would say that our peacemakers are the living definition of that word, dedicated. And I'm so grateful for who they are in this world and what they bring. And so now we'll hear from David Less, AR's chairman and founder, and he speaks for himself and moving force in the organization. David.
Greetings, everyone. Thank you. You know, at the beginning, before we all really signed on, or just as we were coming, Sheva was singing Od Yavod Shalom Aleinu. And you know what it means? If you don't, or if you do, it means peace will come. Yet, peace will come. And in Arabic, of course, we say Salam Alaikum, peace be with you. But in that Salam Alaikum is the hope that peace really will be with you. And people have spoken about the wonderful things we've done and the hopes we have. But I want to speak for a moment about the pain, because sometimes we forget in our exuberance, in our joy of giving and hoping we're doing something, that there really are people suffering. And I remember walking through the bazaar in Jerusalem with Ghassan and with Sheikh Ghassan. And we were just walking through, and suddenly I felt this cold chill. And afterwards we made it through, and I know Ghassan began to walk a little faster. And I said, what happened there? What's going on? And he said, oh, those people that we passed there, they would like to kill me. And Khalil, one of our founders, a dear friend, was stabbed 7 times in the last year. Mohamad, Jamous, who we heard so beautifully from, was in jail a couple of times. On the streets where Abed lives in Nazareth, there were shootings. I mean, this is real. It's not like some idealization that we're taking part of. It's real. And what we bring possibility. You know, of course, this year we're saying peace is possible. We bring that possibility. And just as Michael spoke to you about Northern Ireland, I remember going to the wall in Berlin and going there a few times. I was teaching a seminar there and everybody came. And one day we went and the soldiers were reaching down from the east side with flowers, and everything changed overnight. So the pain can pass. We can have peace without the violence. And that's our goal. But it takes training. It takes removing some of the impressions of pain. It takes changing people's concepts. Anat, who we heard from so beautifully, spoke before at another meeting, and she said her family had never met Arabs. They thought they were going to kill them. They thought they were going to destroy them, and then they met. And friendships were created. So what we do is bring people together. And, you know, a few of you have spoken about our diplomatic efforts. We're not political, but we bring the idea that people need to come together to overcome the division in their own mind. That's our work. So sure, we'll talk to anybody. We'll talk to prime ministers. We'll talk to the woman or the man on the street and bring the idea that we can have coexistence. We can live without violence, that some of the insanity can stop and the sanity can arise, that the atmosphere that's present in everybody's heart can actually emerge, can come out, and can create peace with the will of God, which we know is behind. Peace is one of the names of God. Shalom in Hebrew, salam in Arabic. We need to bring that out. We are the eyes, the ears, and the hearts that can bring this out. So that's our work. And thank you for supporting us. Yeah, it would be difficult without all of you. Not impossible, but really difficult. And it's difficult enough. So thank you for making it not more difficult. So I pray for all of us. We're going to have a good year. It's our year coming. We're going to have a great year. We're going to be the children of peace and the parents of peace. Thank you.
Thank you so much, David, for your inspiring words and your unwavering dedication to peace, inner and outer. So we want to turn now to you, our dear supporters and volunteers and donors and participants and folks who are just learning about the AR, and to hear from you. We'd love to hear your thoughts on peace, your questions about anything that the board or staff just mentioned or discussed, any of the programs that are coming up or have happened. Any questions or comments you might have that are arising. We wanted to just be here with you and hear from you. So this is an open space where you can make a comment, share why do you support peace? Why are you part of the AR? You could share your favorite thing that you enjoyed from this last year, something you're looking forward towards this next year for peace. So you can just raise your hand and we can unmute you, or you can post in the chat your question or comment and we'll read it out loud. So you can even just say something to one of the staff or board members if you want. Don't be shy. We're all just here to, this is why we're here. Oh, and I see Abed. Abed's here also. Good to see you, Abed. Glad you're here too.
I see Cliff Cutler's hand.
Oh, good. Let's hear from Cliff. There we go. I'm going to turn on the ability for people to unmute now. There we go.
I was impressed with David's comment about peace faces into violence and is vulnerable and has the courage to stand. And I think there's a lot of truth to that. It's not an easy process, but I so value all peacemakers who have the courage and stability to do that. Thank you all.
Thank you so much, Cliff. Yeah, certainly it takes courage to be vulnerable in the face of difficult odds and difficult situations. Courage and faith. Let's see. Anybody else like to say something? Oh, I see Yona has her hand.
Yes, yeah. Hi there. Hi, everyone. So great to be see you guys. I want to express how grateful I am to you guys on the ground, taking the brunt of the difficulty and the danger, and doing it for the love that you find in your hearts and that you share and just allow to expand from you to the group and the world. To all of everyone putting this together, putting the time in, and for little folks that are just putting in as much as we can as far as energy and financial support. I'm so excited about the new programs with the kids and with the program that Anat was talking about, to create more space for the young people. That is so exciting and it's really inspiring. And I just want to add one more thing, that I've spoken Hebrew in my youth. I lived in Israel for a while, but I never realized actually when we ask, Ma shlomcha, how are you, that we're actually saying, what is your peace? I find that amazing. Ma shlomech, ma shlomcha, we're saying, what is your peace? So it's all about peace. How are we? It's all about what is our peace. So shalom.
Shalom, Yona and Ian. So good to see you both. I should note that Ian and Yona were part of the team that helped instigate our program with Temple Adath Or down in Fort Lauderdale, Florida, where they are. So thank you so much for that, introduction and invitation. It was really a wonderful program together. Shalom. Let's see, anybody else like to say something, a comment? Oh, I see Judith would like to say something. Oh dear, you got muted. Is it not working?
Judith, you could try unmuting. She's done. Okay, great.
There we go.
In 2002, I think, I went with David. He took a group of people just to Israel just to see what we could do just after 9/11 and everything that went out into the world after that happened. And I went on that trip, and there wasn't even an idea yet of doing this kind of work or forming an organization. It was just trying to meet people who were working with peace and finding them and talking with them. It was a very small group of us. And the persistence and it was like the light in the middle of his forehead was just shining forward. We're going to do this. We're going to do this. We didn't know what it was that was going to happen, but just talking to people and meeting people and finding people. And the effort was so inspiring. And I want to say for myself, as I was born into a Jewish family where both of my parents were raised in very, very Orthodox families, and my parents rejected all of that. They didn't want to be known as Jews because they had really suffered from anti-Semitism. And so all of that was swirling inside of me, and I knew that I needed to be part of this effort. And I'm just enormously personally grateful for it. And it's just been a remarkable experience to watch, to be with this organization and watch it grow and to become a donor in some small way.
Oh, thanks, Judith, for sharing that. It's just, what an incredible story to be part of this peace building effort now for 20 years. Yeah. 2002 to 2022. And a special thanks to you for all the different ways that you've supported AR through the years. Just providing your own expertise and support for all of our work, which has been truly helpful and really, truly helpful. So I just put in the chat, everyone, my email. If you want information about the upcoming peace building tour, you can reach out and experience one of these incredible journeys to meet the peacemakers, to visit where they are, to see people coming together to be part of the events, and to be immersed in the atmosphere of the holy places of the Holy Land. It's a place unlike any other, and the food's good too. What about one of our friends from Germany? Is Uli still here, or Monica? What do you guys like to say something? Maybe not. Okay. Well, no worries. Let's see. Anyone else like to share?
I think that maybe we could hear from Abed.
Yes, I was.
Abed al-Salam, who has peace in his name. Abed al-Salam.
because the servant of peace, and it's my pleasure and my honor to serve the peace and to serve you as a soldier for peace. And Assalamu alaikum all, peace be with you. I'm sorry I'll be late today, but I'm very happy to see you, to see your faces, to look for you. It's much support to me. It's really so much supporting, and to take all this energy and your love and your care, to see how much you are care for the impact of what you, of your support. Thank you very much for your supporting. We are really growing very vastly, and we getting more successful when we hear supporting the people who suffering here. And the Abrahamic Reunion, it is the umbrella of all these people who are running away from the violence, all these people who want to be understood people, and they find us like umbrella, and we supporting a lot of people on this land, because we believe in peace, because we believe in love, because we believe in God, which is the love and the peace, as dear David List mentioned. And always must remember that peace is possible, and we are doing all and giving from all of our heart to bring peace, to end this suffering for all these people. Thank you very much. You are really very amazing, incredible people who help us always to be here with us today and to be all together. It's really a huge support for us. Thank you very, very much, and much love.
Thank you, Abed, for all you do and all you are. Well, if you want to be in touch with us in any way, please reach out if you would like to info about volunteering. We do have some opportunities that will be coming out in our newsletter. And we have many people here who have volunteered to host programs, connect us with congregations, doing some writing, or all kinds of different ways to participate in the effort for peace. So look for those opportunities and please reach out. We're going to close with a moment for peace, unless anybody else has just one last look to see if anybody wants to say anything from wherever they are. All right. So we'll close with a moment of peace, and then we're going to invite everyone to share your prayers for peace in the chat, and we'll read them out. So we can all pray together in that way. So Hermione will lead us with a moment of peace, and then we'll close out our session today together.
Thank you, Chris. And I just want to say that we're so grateful to have heard from Abed, our director in Israel. So glad you could be with us, Abed. So just take a moment. You might want to close your eyes, come into your breath. And I'm going to echo some of the themes we heard from Yona and from Abed. And they've been echoing around our circle today. So from the place in your heart, just polish the globe of your heart as though you were taking a polishing cloth to remove any dust and to make it shine, so that your love, the love of your heart, can shine through it with intense illumination and radiance. Consciously remove hatred, superiority, self-interest, and judgment. And feel that globe sparkling and shining, and the love of your heart pouring through it. And feel that love joining with the love of every heart around our circle. And with the one love that's behind everything. And imagine that radiance of this great love that we're part of, that we can consciously join in, sending out rays to every other heart. Your family, your neighborhood, your community, Israel and Palestine, from there to the world. Awakening every heart to remember that love is its source, and in love is its being. And we ask that touching of hearts may unleash the love, the joy, the creativity, and the peace of all humanity. Amen, amen, amen.
So we invite you to share your prayers here in the chat for peace, for the Holy Land, for the world, for the community. For the inclusion and equality of all in peace. Peace to all with love and compassion. God, you are the peace, and from you the peace, give us peace.
May love and the yearning desire for peace overcome and dissolve the fear which breeds hatred and violence.
May all beings be well, may all beings be happy. Peace, peace, peace.
May the infinite intelligence remove unnecessary pain. May all people see the beauty of the other and feel united in one human family.
Love will prevail. Send your love and send your hope of God, Rabbono Shel Olam, Rab Alamin, that the people of Israel and the people of Palestine may live together in harmony, mutual respect, mutual dignity, friendship, and peace.
I hope that this year we will be one big heart all over the world. Amen.
Amen.
May all the team members who are doing their work on the ground be guided always and protected. Inshallah. So thank you so much, everyone, for joining today and sharing your prayers. Amen. Amen. Amin. May it be so. May it be so. So the meeting's over and...
Wait, before we end, if I may, I would like Sheikh Ghassan, if you would, to close the meeting.
As Sheikh Abdul Qadir al-Jilani 12th century say, prepare the lands of your heart to the divine rain. Prepare yourself to the peace, to the love. And really, we need you. Because when we say we need you, you are part of us and we are part of you. Continue the path with us and come. This is the poet of Rumi. Come after 1,000 times. Come. We are here. We are waiting for you. Israel and Palestine, since the creation of the world, there, and we are still moving there. Please come. We love you all. We love each one without any barrier, without any color, any nationality, any religion, anything. In our essences, we are the same. Love you so much. Salam.